Gates open at Arapahoe Park. American Pharoah brought it for the Kentucky Derby, and so did the fans at Churchill Downs with their fashionable Derby attire. On this episode of Gates Open, we explore the intersection of fashion and horse racing with a Denver sports fashionista who styles Broncos cheerleaders and athletes. We also review one of Colorado horse racing's best rivalries and get you ready for American Pharoah's return. We're showing you the behind the scenes of horse racing and some of sport's most majestic athletes. So get a leg up, come on to the track, and be ready for the start, because the horses are at the post. Welcome to a behind the scenes look of horse racing. I'm Jonathan Horowitz, the announcer at Arapahoe Park. If you ever see old black and white photos from football or baseball games, the clothes that the fans wore would also make them fit in at a wedding or other formal event. Sporting events in the 21st century offer a much more casual atmosphere. However, horse racing still maintains a sense of high fashion. There's the spring and summer suits and dresses, and the elaborate hats at the Kentucky Derby, and the morning dress at Royal Ascot in England. At Arapahoe Park, the summer races in Colorado are relaxed, but some people still hearken tradition and get dressed to the nines for the horse races. On this episode of Gates Open at Arapahoe Park, we explore horse racing and fashion. Fashion for fans, for jockeys, and for horses. The horses are in the paddock for the first race from Arapahoe Park, and I'm joined by Janelle Rocha, a fashion expert who's a hairstylist for the Denver Broncos cheerleaders, sports commentators, and professional athletes. Janelle, thank you for joining us at the horse races.
Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be here.
And Janelle and I are going to talk about horse racing and fashion, because when you go to the horse races, it's not like going to any sporting event where you can put anything you want on. You really have to be prepared when you come to the races. So when you go to the horse races, what do you need to do to make it a special day at the races?
Well, you need to dress your best and bright colors, I would say. Typically, the horses will wear bright colors. If you have a favorite horse, like the color I'm wearing, I would typically almost match that. So.
And how about me? I tried to do my derby fashion. How did I do?
You're looking mighty dapper today. I love the purple.
Thank you, and I enjoy the bright colors as well. What are some of the accessories that work at the horse races?
Hats, big hats. Sun's going to be in your eyes. Typically, you're outside. Or smaller hats it's the new trend. Dresses, bow ties for men, jackets, sports jackets.
And when you do get dressed up, how does that affect your enjoyment? Because when I'm in a t-shirt and shorts versus, I feel a little bit differently now. What is that transformation
Totally,
like?
Dress to impress. If you look good, you feel good, so.
And we see a lot of people at the races at Arapahoe Park getting dressed up for a big derby day at the races, or just enjoying time with family or friends and being casual as well. So we have the people fashion. Now let's take a look at some of the horses and look at the horse fashion. And we're looking here at Sandhill Minstrel, a gray horse. Gray
Beautiful.
Horses are very popular, and you're a hairstylist. It looks like Sandhill Minstrel's hair was styled a little bit.
A little bit, definitely. He has a braid in there. That's awesome.
And do you think the horses also,
right?
It affects them if they look their best?
Oh,
they'll
for
perform
sure,
better?
for sure.
So if you were styling a horse, how would you style a horse's hair? Have you ever styled a horse's hair?
I haven't, but braids are in fashion, so he's actually doing pretty well.
And we have number 3, Barstone. Who would you say is the best turned out? Because not only do the horses have to run fast, but the grooms take the time to get the horses looking good.
Right.
Of the horses for this first race, we got 6 horses. Which one do you think looks the most impressive?
Well, what I do like this pink. The gray is awesome, though. I've never seen a gray horse like that. And look at this one, number 2. He has
That's Go-Go Pagosa.
Go-Go Pagosa. He has the blue and
the blinkers.
Yeah,
the
the
blue with
blinkers.
the white
Yep.
stars. So very patriotic as well.
Definitely. They're all beautiful, though.
And some of the equipment, so you mentioned the blinkers with number 2, Go-Go Pagosa. Number 3, Barstone has the shadow roll. The blinkers is sort of to get the horses to focus. And
right.
then the shadow roll is to sort of prevent them from getting sun in their eyes.
Sure.
But as you can see, there's a bit of a fashion sense with it too.
Definitely, definitely.
And very shortly, the jockeys will be coming out, so we'll talk about some of their silks. But for number 6, Daryl's Indie Man, trained by Tim Weeder. Tim Weeder, you mentioned the pink. the story behind the pink is that he always wanted his mom to be able to see the horses when they were running, and so all his horses have pink. And so it's important not only just to have the horses run, but to be able to recognize them as well. And here we have the jockeys now coming out, and the silks for number 4, Laughing at the Lake, the pink with the purple polka dots. They're worn by Get Happy Mister. He's the most famous Colorado horse at the moment. Of these silks, which do you think are the best fashion? Because as an owner, you get to design your own silks, your own uniform.
For sure. Well, what stands out to me is the pink and the polka dots. That's definitely a good one. So that's my pick, that's for sure.
And then number 6, Daryl's Indie Man. That's the pink of trainer Tim Weeder. Sandhill Minstrel, the gray, has the blue with the white sleeves. And
blue's a classic.
Oh, absolutely. And when I'm announcing, I'm looking at the colors the jockeys wears. So now we're going to get the jockeys to get a leg up. And if you had to pick a horse to win this race, who do you think it would be?
Let's go with the pink. The pink with the white stripes, number 6.
So Daryl's Indie Man with the close-up viewpoint and vantage point, the fashion expert, Janelle Rocha. And let's go over and we'll take a look at the race and see how Daryl's Indie Man does.
Sure. Let's go number 6.
Gates Open at Arapahoe Park is presented by the His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan Global Arabian Horse Flat Racing Festival. On the edge of glory in the Watford Stud Farm Cup, and Breezal LZP with Carlo Lopez looking over the shoulder for the competition that hasn't emerged yet. With races in 11 countries, the Watford Stud Farm Cup will be held at Arapahoe Park on May 24th, July 5th, and August 9th. Behind the growth of horse racing in Colorado, the Colorado Horse Racing Association, the Colorado Thoroughbred Breeders Association, the Rocky Mountain Quarter Horse Association, Colorado Owners and Breeders of Racing Arabians, Canter, Colorado, finding new homes for retired racehorses. All right, so we went from the paddock, now we're at the finish line, and that's the amazing thing about being at the horse races is you can really get courtside seats, be right up next to the finish line, and the horses are warming up, so what are some of the things we can do at the track to warm up for the race?
Well, you can place your bets. You can go get a drink at the Tiki Bar, talk amongst your friends.
And we got 2 minutes to post for this race, and are you sticking with Daryl's Indie Man?
I am, that's my bet.
And it's because of the pink?
It's the pink.
And that's the thing about horse racing is that you can read the form that I have here, and you can look at all the previous past performances and how they might do in this race and jockey and trainer combinations, but sometimes it just comes down to which horse looks the best, and at the end of the day, a winner's a winner. So you've got Daryl's Indie Man, and I think the horse that I'm going to pick is Laughing at the Lake. I like his connections, and you liked his silks, and a good jockey and trainer combination, so we'll find out in a few minutes who has bragging rights and who's going to buy the first drink at the Tiki Bar.
Hopefully it's you buying me a drink.
We'll find out soon. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
First race. 6 furlongs, 3/4 of a mile, field of 6.
Okay.
They're at post.
Here we go.
And they're off in the Sunday opener. Good break for all. Laughing at the Lake, the first to show on the
my
outside.
horses are
Between horses, up the rail, I got lucky again. They move down the back stretch, and Barstone in front 3 parts of the lane. I Got Lucky again down on the inside second. Go Pagosa has come away third. Laughing at the Lake, after that good break, is now 2.5 off the lead on fourth. The Gray Sandhill Minstrel is fifth, and the Trailers Daryl's Indy Man about 5 lengths covers the group. 22-1 that opening quarter.
All right, so they're coming around the far turn, and you're right, the pink horse is the one that I can see the easiest.
Definitely.
We've got Laughing at the Lake, who's making up ground on the outside. Now, Daryl's Indy Man, your choice. He's got a little bit of work to do. So they're coming to the quarter pole, and it looks like it should be a pretty competitive race. What are your thoughts as they come into the home stretch?
Looking pretty intense, and you're right, you can definitely see the pink, that's for sure.
There we go.
Now, normally I'm up in the announcer's booth, but this is a totally different perspective for me, and you can see how fast they're going.
This is
so
amazing.
We got in front,
There we
Laughing at the
go.
Lake. Oh, I think we're gonna have a photo finish.
Wow.
Oh, close race.
Oh.
So Barstone won. Maybe it was that shadow roll, because it is kind
There
of
you
sunny
go.
out here. Laughing at the Lake took second.
And mine is last?
Yeah, but it's the first race.
Okay.
There's 8 more races to go, and definitely plenty of time to pick up, and so we
regroup.
got some time for the next race. Let's head over to the Tiki Bar, because
Sure.
I think you owe me.
Officially, number 3,
Let's
Barstow
go.
first.
All right.
Second, number
Janelle and I have a score to settle, and we'll do that in a moment right here at the Tiki Bar. The coolest feature of which is the chairs modeled after horses' rear ends, and you can actually get them customized based on whatever horse you want. So we watched the first race. The horses look good. The people look good. How do you compare going to a horse race versus going to other sporting events?
It's completely different. Like football games, you're kind of tied down to your seat. Here, you're spread out. You can go anywhere you want. You can get a drink while you're watching the horse races. It's amazing. Love it.
And a lot of different places to watch races. Your bar tops at the Tiki Bar. You have the cabana. You have the clubhouse, and so there's a lot of different perspectives that you can get, and to think we've seen so much and we're just one race in.
Right.
So it's only a
exciting.
half-hour show, so we're gonna have to wrap this up, and we'll go enjoy the rest of the races. But just in this short amount of time, we've seen so much, and so many different perspectives at the races. So thank you,
Definitely.
Janelle.
Thank you
We're
so much.
prepared for when we come back out to the track, what to wear,
Definitely.
what to look for,
Right.
and always good to have you here at Arapahoe
Thank
Park.
you. Thank you.
Live horse racing at Arapahoe Park takes place from May 22nd to August 16th on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, starting at 1 p.m. Gates open, the Miles Massey Handicap is underway. Keep up with the latest online at myhighracing.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/Arapahoe Racing, and on Twitter at JJ Horowitz.
Miss Dixie and Little Rich Girl in a photo finish that goes to Miss Dixie, holding on by the narrowest of margins.
The rivalry between Lady Jila and Lady Contender is one of the best in Colorado horse racing. The two mares squared off for the 9th time at Arapahoe Park since 2013 in the 2015 Columbine Stakes on Sunday, July 26th. Lady Jila won the 2013 Columbine Stakes. In a dramatic finish, she had the lead entering the home stretch, fell a length behind, but then found her second wind.
With 100 yards to go, it's Eyes in trouble with the advantage. Lady Jila fighting back on the inside. Lady Jila diving through, lost the lead, regains it, and wins the Columbine Stakes. Michael Ziegler pumps his fist in the air in victory.
The two ladies tussled in the 2014 running of the 1 1/16 mile $40,000 stakes race for fillies and mares, and Jila defended her title in a dramatic stretch duel.
A furlong to go. It's the defending champion, Lady Jila and Michael Ziegler. Lady Contender and Brian Terrio, stride for stride, slugging it out. And it's Lady Jila powering through up the inside and defending her title in the Columbine Stakes.
Although Lady Jila finished ahead of Lady Contender in 6 of their 8 previous meetings, Lady Contender entered the 2015 Columbine Stakes off the biggest victory in her career when she defeated male horses in the Front Range Stakes. So it was Lady Jila, the 2-time defending Columbine champion, and Lady Contender, the runner-up in 2012 and 2014 and third in 2013, in the 2015 renewal that did not disappoint.
Gates open. The Columbine Stakes is underway. Vadvada goes to the early lead. Lady Jila pushed forward by Mike Ziegler to be close to the pace. Sorta Special hugs the rail in the red silks in third, a length behind with a lap to go in the Columbine. And then comes I Am Miss Brown. Storm Quility fanned wide into the opening turn in the black and red silks. And Lady Contender sits last of all, much like she did when winning the Front Range Stakes last time out. Heading to the back stretch, and it's Vadvada who has the lead. Lady Jila to her outside in the red and yellows in second, and this is a different position for the 2-time defending champion, as she had been on the lead in her 2 Columbine Stakes scores in 2013 and 14, and now just being pushed along by Mike Ziegler to stay with Vadvada at a brisk pace down the back stretch, with Sorta Special looking on from third place. Lady Contender now into fourth, passing I Am Miss Brown and Storm Quility. They race past the half-mile pole, and Vadvada and Brian Terrio showing the way along the inside of Lady Jila and Mike Ziegler, and Lady Jila about to let loose on the outside to make her run to the lead, and then Sorta Special sizing them up from third place, followed by Lady Contender making up ground in the purple silks along the inside, and then I Am Miss Brown and Storm Quility has to make up 8 lengths inside the final quarter mile. Lady Jila reaches the quarter pole and puts her nose in front as they turn for home on the edge of glory in the Columbine Stakes. Trying to go with her is Vadvada, and here comes Lady Contender in the rivalry renews. Lady Jila with the advantage. Lady Contender widest of all in their 9th meeting. It's down to these two. Ziggy looks over the shoulder on Lady Jila. He has 2 lengths to spare on Lady Contender, trying hard, but Lady Jila holding Lady Contender on to victory in the Columbine Stakes for the 3rd year in a row. A tremendous performance by Lady Jila, adding to an illustrious career, going from a claimer to a multiple stakes winner at Arapahoe Park.
Lady Jila won her 7th race in a row at Arapahoe Park for owner and breeder Mike Barrow and trainer Charlotte Martinez. Jockey Mike Ziegler, who has been aboard for 11 of Lady Jila's 12 victories and 18 starts at the Aurora, Colorado track, called the 8-year-old mare one of the best female horses he's ever ridden. What's even more remarkable is that Lady Jila was racing in $5,000 claiming races before reeling off 5 stakes wins and career earnings of more than $250,000. Magical Twist had been runner-up in the 2013 and 2014 Mount Elbert Stakes, the all-ages championship for Colorado-bred thoroughbreds, over a mile and a 16th with a purse of $40,000. Ridden by Dennis Collins for trainer Charlotte Martinez, Magical Twist started as the odds-on favorite in the 2015 running that also featured 2011 Mount Elbert winner Wally Van.
Gates open. The Mount Elbert Stakes is underway. A mile and 1/16 the distance. Grand and Great breaks on top of Looking Good in a Tux. Mr. Wild Kitty and Wally Van also show early speed. And then comes AP Wildcat. V said no flank to their outside. Dewey is third last. The runner-up in this race the last 2 years, Magical Twist, sits second last, 8 lengths off the lead. Moving through the clubhouse turn to the back stretch, and Stormy Prospector, the maiden, is last of the 9 with 3/4 of a mile to go. It's Mr. Wild Kitty pressed forward by Russell Vishrilli to lead. Has a comfortable 1.5 length advantage from Looking Good in a Tux and Travis Wales eyeing him from second place. V Said No, one off the fence, is in third. Wally Van, the winner of this race in 2011, fourth, 3 lengths from the front in the yellow and purple silks, followed by AP Wildcat in 5th place. And then comes Magical Twist, planted wide on the outside of Dewey and Grandin Great. And Stormy Prospector is a distant last past the half-mile pole. Mr. Wild Kitty taking them into the far turn with Looking Good in a Tux and V Said No poised to pounce from second and third. Wally Van's going to need a way through, coming to the top of the stretch. In fourth, pinned along the rail by AP Wildcat to his outside. Magical Twist is on the move. Green cap for Dennis Collins with 5 lengths to make up with 1/4 mile to go. And then Dewey, Grandin Great, and Stormy Prospector's always been last as they turn for home, and Mr. Wild Kitty is led from the start. Cuts the corner, 2 lengths in front in the Mount Albert Stakes from AP Wildcat, starting to get on terms. Here comes Magical Twist starting to roll down the center, and then Wally Van in 4th place. Mr. Wild Kitty desperately trying to dig in. AP Wildcat closing steadily, racing up to Mr. Wild Kitty, taking the lead, and AP Wildcat springs the upset at 13-1 for Kelly Bridges in the Mount Albert, defeating Mr. Wild Kitty, Magical Twist, and then Wally Van.
Also on Sunday, July 26th at Arapahoe Park was a battle of the breeds between quarter horses and thoroughbreds in the Leo Bow Dash at the catch distance of 870 yards, 10 yards shy of a half mile, a stamina test for speedy quarter horses around the turn, and a speed test for powerful thoroughbreds.
Gates open, the Leo Bow Dash 870 is underway. Kid Rambo came away the quickest. Oh Just Fly now going forward. Tiz Top caught wide along with Tebow Time. Bonafide Man in the black and yellow is second last. Reeser out galloped at the rear. A furious charge towards the quarter pole as Oh Just Fly has made the lead, being pursued by a line of 3 thoroughbreds. The quarter horses in front with Kid Rambo trying to get up on the inside, and then Tiz Top widest of all. Tebow Time in behind them in 4th. It's Oh Just Fly who comes inside the final furlong. Kid Rambo trying to get on terms, and then Tiz Top back in 3rd place. Oh Just Fly and Russell Vishrilli desperately trying to hold on. Kid Rambo and Dennis Collins charging through up the inside. Kid Rambo dives through, grabs the lead, wins the Leo Bow Dash, getting up in the final strides over Oh Just Fly and then Tiz Top and Bonafide Man.
American Pharaoh has opened up a 2-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch.
The horse racing and sports world will be focused on Monmouth Park on the Jersey Shore for the comeback of Triple Crown champion American Pharaoh in Sunday's Haskell Stakes. This was the scene at Arapahoe Park when American Pharaoh became horse racing's first Triple Crown winner in 37 years.
16 pole, and here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharaoh is finally the one. American Pharaoh has won the Triple Crown.
Of the previous 11 Triple Crown winners, 10, all but count Fleet, continued to race after the Belmont. 6 stayed in New York for their next race. 2 went to Illinois, 1 to Maryland, and 1 to California. 7 won their next start. The previous Triple Crown champion, affirmed in 1978, won the Jim Dandy at Saratoga. Who was Jim Dandy? The 100-1 long shot who upset Triple Crown champion Gallant Fox in the Travers at Saratoga in 1930. That's why they run the race. That's Gates Open at Arapahoe Park, and until your next time out at the horse races, I'm Jonathan Horowitz. Keep picking winners.